I hope this message finds you in wellness, physically, mentally, and above all, spiritually. You've no doubt heard someone say, I feel like my back is against the wall, or I feel trapped, or it seems like there's no way to escape my current situation. There are times when we find ourselves in need of deliverance from a certain situation. So we call on a friend or someone to help deliver us from that situation. But sometimes there's no man, no human who can help deliver us from certain situations. And we have to call on God because we need divine deliverance from certain situations. Jesus, in the example of the way we should pray, said we should ask God to deliver us from evil. Did you know God is in the delivery business? Now, he doesn't work for Amazon, he doesn't work for FedEx, he doesn't work for UPS, but he will be on time with your delivery. He's been in the delivery business a long time, and so the songwriter wrote, deliverance is available to you. One woman in the Bible, her faith was so strong that she reasoned in her mind that if I could only just touch the hem of his garment, I would be delivered from my current difficult situation. She had been plagued with an illness in her body for years. And she reasoned that all I have to do is touch the hem of his garment and I would be healed. I would be delivered from my current situation. Jesus brought deliverance. She was right. Jesus brought deliverance to her right there on the spot. Jesus said, big things can happen when we have just a little bit of faith. He called it mustard seed faith. Some years ago, if you remember, Domino's Pizza had a policy, 30 minutes or it's free. If they didn't deliver your pizza within 30 minutes, it would be free. Well, God doesn't operate on that time frame. God will always be on time with your delivery if you have faith. He has never been late with a delivery. And the Bible has many examples of God's divine deliverance. One of those examples is over in Exodus chapter 17. The Amalekites had gone to war against the Israelites. And the Israelites were not equipped for battle. Remember, they had just been freed from slavery in Egypt. But Moses told Joshua, you go fight the battle. I'm going up on this mountain and I'm going to hold up the staff of God. Remember, Moses always had a staff with him that God used to do many miraculous things. Moses said, I'm going to hold up the staff of God. And as long as Moses held that staff up, the Israelites were winning the battle against the Amalekites. But whenever Moses' arms grew tired and he dropped his hands, the Amalekites was winning the battle against the Israelites. So Moses had to get his arms back up. But holding your arms up in the air like that for a very long time is difficult. And when Aaron, Moses' brother, and a man named Hur, H-U-R, realized what was happening, they realized that as long as Moses kept his arms up, Israel was winning the battle. When Moses' arms came down, the Amalekites were winning the battle. So they brought a rock out for Moses to sit down on. And each of them held up Moses' arms so that the Israelites could win the battle. That's how God brought divine deliverance to the Israelites. And God works in very much the same way today. As we live our lives, if we keep our hands up in prayer, and I don't mean physically, I mean this spiritually. You don't have to keep your hands in the air. But if we keep our prayers up, keep our prayers going up, deliverance is ours. But when we drop our hands, when we drop our faith, when we drop our prayers, defeat is the only outcome. So we've got to keep our hands up, keep our arms up spiritually. We've got to keep our prayers going up in order for God's divine deliverance to take place in our lives. In these current circumstances that we're living in, they call for divine deliverance, and that occurs through prayer. We've got to keep the prayers going up. So please stay in prayer. Stay in God's Word. And until next time, Metropolitan, this is your servant, God's servant, wishing you love, peace, and soul.